Ramping up your business? The time is near. You've given it heart. Now get it in gear. It's Passage to Profit with Richard and Elizabeth Gearhart.
I'm Richard Gearhart, founder of Gearhart Law, a full-service intellectual property law firm specializing in patents, trademarks, and copyrights.
And I'm Elizabeth Gearhart, not an attorney, but I do marketing for Gearhart Law, and I am the founder of Gear Media Studios, a full-service podcast studio.
Welcome to Passage to Profit, the road to entrepreneurship, where we talk with celebrities and entrepreneurs about their stories and their business ventures.
I really want to hear from Tania. So Tania Crawford, I just think it's amazing what she's done. So does hair extensions, she's a beautician, but she's training other people how to make real money from it. So welcome, Tania. Please tell us everything you're doing.
You know, beautician is such an old school way of describing my industry, and there's like so many more avenues that you can take at this point. So I am in the business of making money and teaching people how to make money. So I developed a system that I teach stylists to generate multiple six figures behind the chair and generate monthly sales from 20, 30, 40, or 50K a month as a sole proprietor. I also have an online platform that teaches people the tools to be good at doing extensions and transforming people. And I do personal business consulting. And I created a beautiful brand online. So I have a big brand recognition as well.
Wow.
What motivated you to get started?
I was going to say, how did you get started doing this?
So obviously, like I mentioned before, I kind of went against everything that my family stands for, like get a college degree, go and do something with your degree. I did not do that path. I ran off to America. I had to pretty much relearn everything and reinvent the wheel. I am very proud of where I am today, but it took a long time to really figure out the systems, how they are in place. But what I truly love is that you can pretty much do whatever if you put your mind to it. And so at a very young portion of my career, I decided that I did not want to work just behind the chair. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. My dad is an entrepreneur. So I kind of grew up with that mindset. And so creating different streams of income within your industry is key to get to that type of point. And just reinventing the wheel, always being 10 steps ahead of your competition and seeing a need in the industry. I am in an industry where people are driven by emotions, not so much by logic most of the time. So I bring that portion of how to run a business, how to do sales, how to really figure people out that are sitting in your chair or that you're talking to, how their purchase patterns are. I do use AI a lot, actually, so love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just so many avenues of what other industry professionals haven't even tapped into in my field. And so I like to open those doors for them. And that's why I created retreats that are limited to the top percent of my industry. And that creates mastermind groups. And that's something that wasn't really available or accessible in my industry before. My industry doesn't talk about making money. People have never really taken us seriously. We're kind of like the girls and guys that play in hair and makeup for fun. And, you know, we like to party hard and then we show up kind of hungover at work. And that's not how it is anymore. It's about, you know, creating generational wealth, having niches that give you money when you're not behind the chair, that protect you when you can't work because we work with our hands. And so creating online avenues, you know, to offset that.
It sounds like embracing technology really helped you move this company forward. But not everybody is good at technology. So for the people that you're training and that you're helping, what's their level? And are you helping teach them technology or just giving them the tools and telling them to use them? How does that work?
So the people that come to my retreats, they have already tapped into the $8,000 to $10,000 revenue a month. They just don't know how to manage their overhead or what it takes to get to that next level. There are so many cookie cutter schemes out there that teach you, oh, make $100K behind the chair. there you go, you made it, but really you don't walk away with it. So it's
That's a
like
good point. Right.
It's what you keep, right?
yeah, they're like flexing on Instagram like, I'm a baddie, I make 100K behind the chair, but what do you have to show at the end of the day?
Right.
So we simplify systems that help them, and anyone can make 100K behind the chair, but it takes a lot more to make more and then also to keep it and not fall into the purchase patterns of spending it all. We teach how to really make your money work for you and keep your overhead so low that you walk away with 90% of your profits.
I was just going to
That's
say,
really good.
yeah, I
Yes.
mean, I never appreciated that you could make so much money as like a stylist or beautician or $100,000 a year. That's a pretty good start.
There is stylists that make 7 figures. Like, there is no limit in our industry if you're really good and you know how to work the system.
So what do you tell people to improve their efficiency?
It's like the total package. It's not just like you obviously have to be good at what you do, but you also got to know how to sell and how to appropriately price yourself with the value that you think you have. So we teach systems how they can figure out what their own value is, how to price their services correctly without ripping a client off, but still making a profit, and time management and running your books and then creating streams within your field.
So a lot of business basics,
Exactly.
Because I want to know what my stylist is selling to me. How do stylists? Yeah. So how does a stylist promote products or something in Salon or other services?
So I think it goes back to the basics. First of all, I would have to ask your stylist if you're her or his ideal client, because a lot of times when they have clients in the chair, they're actually not their ideal client with the purchase patterns that they would like. So we teach to really attract those type of clients and market to them, because when you have different types of people that come into your chair, they all act differently, obviously, and you have to know how to manage them and what content will attract them, hence why we go into content creation.
All right. So some
Yes.
people are going to be much more concerned about their appearance. They're going to be more open to trying new things or, enhancing their appearance in whatever way they can. And it's important as the business owner that you focus your marketing on the people that are going to respond to
I
the
think
things
the
that you want to
biggest
sell.
thing how you either keep or lose a client is if they don't want to be bored with the BS and you bore them with the BS and you don't give them the facts, they're going to be so annoyed, they're just going to leave.
You mean when it comes to products or
Yes.
just general small talk?
All of it.
You had mentioned earlier that you were using AI to kind of see what your clients wanted. So it was really interesting when I was at this conference. You know about the ideal client and the client personas and everything
Yes.
and marketing. They're actually creating an AI person.
Exactly.
Is that what you're doing too?
So we do that, but we have them figure it out. So every time they're at a standstill, they can put that into AI and they can help them figure out their next moves. Like if they feel like they're not getting their ideal client in their chair, that is a missing link in their marketing funnel. So they have to go in and really figure out, okay, where did I miss that train? And you have to refigure it out, and you really have to break it down back to the basics.
So how do they get clients? Is it word of mouth? Is it internet advertising? Is it trade shows? What's the best way for a stylist, one of yours, to get clients?
So that, again, depends on their ideal client. A lot of times it takes 3 times for them to see your content or have a form of recommendation from someone to actually come to you. So your online presence has to be really good, but a lot of times they need reassurance before they're coming. And there's 2 different types of purchase patterns. Like they either already made up their mind coming to you before they started looking you up, or they've heard about you and they're following you and they're watching your moves. So your content has to be able to transfer for them to make that final purchase pattern in that marketing funnel. And if you're missing that, then you're missing something in your marketing transfer.
Rob Greenlee, question or comment?
How are you using AI technology to help advance the industry of what you're trying to do?
I use it for everything.
Everything,
honestly.
just everything. Huh?
Yeah.
From client communication, from dealing with staff that you hire, from marketing that you're going to do, knowing your ideal client, typing it in so AI already knows who you're trying to target, create me some ads that I can run.
Right.
Or what type of post should I be putting out? What event should I be going to meet my ideal client? What kind of engagement schedule should I have? What TikToks are going to be attracting my right clientele? Or what reels are trending in that specific client marketing?
Is that the main value that you give to your clients that are learning from you, is all the marketing? Or do you tell them how to do the makeup and hair as well?
So they
or-
learn technique too, but it's
Okay.
like a total package because they run their business, they're sole proprietors, so they have to do everything themselves. And then once they get bigger, obviously they're going to hire out. I mean, that's
Right.
what I do. I don't have the time to run 5 businesses. Like, I need some help in the background, to
Yeah.
manage it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I won't sleep. So, and I have a son, so I got to manage my time efficiently. But I think people often lack having knowledge in multiple areas. And when you have a business, you got to know everything that goes in and out. And in my business, a lot of people don't even know that they overspend, or the way that they price their services, they're actually losing money every single day. And so we help simplify that, and then we help them with all the tools that they need to take it to the next level. When you're taking a class like that and you're part of a mastermind that you're getting support afterwards, it's really on you to do the work at home and like get to that next level with anything. You can put pearls in front of a pig, but if they're gonna do anything with it,
Right.
like it's the same type of deal. It's your own initiative that brings you to the top and makes you a 1% earner.
What do you think is the biggest challenge that people who are running their own beauty parlor face?
Overhead is the number one. What does it take to keep your daily business running? They don't know. Like, you ask them and they think about, oh, I used $15 of color worth on them. Well, how much was your phone? How much was your daily chair rental? What's your hourly valued at? Like, are you actually making up your product that you're using? Are you paying an assistant? Are you having a cleaning person that comes once a week? What does it take you to get to the salon? How much continuing education do you take? They don't think about that. So it just opens like their mind of thinking broader than what they were ever taught, because we don't get taught that in beauty school. That comes with life skills and how you were brought up. Are you investing in your future? Are you putting everything towards your kids? You got to feed yourself first before you give to your children so you can take care of them. So take care of your own retirement before you start putting money to the side for your child. And then, just nurturing your clients, having a skill set, knowing how to market.
Wow.
That's interesting. Do you tell them to do video? Is that what you would suggest?
I think the market is very oversaturated with video, so I think there is a fine line. Pictures are making a huge comeback, but it's about viral, maybe even a little bit of polarizing content where people feel like very black and white about, and that's what's going to push your content out.
It sounds like you know way more about this industry than anybody I've ever spoken to.
Well, thank God, because I'm teaching. We don't want to be the blind leading the blind.
So how do people how do people find you?
So they find me on social media at Tania_Crawford, or through my education that I offer. We offer shadowing on demand, which is a little bit more of a lower price option for people to watch me work behind the chair. We do in-person shadowing. And then we also have our 100K plus luxury retreats that we host once a year. It's a 4-day intensive boot camp to get all the basics. So they can find that at TaniaCrawfordEDU.com.
Great. Thank you.
Passage to Profit is a nationally syndicated radio show appearing in 38 markets across the United States. In addition, Passage to Profit has also been recently selected by FeedSpot Podcasters Database as a top 10 entrepreneur interview podcast. Thank you to the P2P team, our producer Noah Fleischman, and our program coordinator Alicia Morrissey, and our social media maven Carolina Tabares. Look for our podcast tomorrow anywhere you get your podcasts. Our podcast is ranked in the top 3% globally. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and on our YouTube channel. And remember, while the information on this program is believed to be correct, never take a legal step without checking with your legal professional first. Gearhart Law is here for your patent, trademark, and copyright needs. You can find us at gearhartlaw.com and contact us for a free consultation. Take care, everybody. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next week.